All right, well, for some, the first 2 weeks of school, that's the grace period for families to become acclimated to their new routines, new teachers, new classrooms, all that good stuff. It also includes getting in the groove of completing homework every night. The Parenting Center is joining us in studio, which is a rare joy for us to make that process smoother, not only for the children, but the parents. So we've got parent educator Katie Dilzell who's joining us. It's so nice to have you in studio, not just on Zoom.
Yes, thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for coming in. I was actually just telling you, my oldest is PK4. So we're not talking about 4th grade, y'all. If you remember, PK4, she's not even kindergarten yet. We've got homework. Yeah, that's a lot. Not just on the kids, but also, you know, moms and dads to try to remember the routine.
Exactly.
So we need all the help we can get.
Sure, sure. Well, the first thing to do is to think about finding a schedule that works for your child. And really that depends on the child. Some kids, they need to take a break, have a snack, unwind before they start their assignments. Other kids, they just want to get it done. They will dive right in to get it knocked out and move on to the next thing. So it is a little bit about trial and error, finding something that's going to work for your child. And then once you do figure out what's going to work, you want to stick to it and be consistent. For some kids, they might be doing sports or extracurricular activities, so that might impact the schedule. Really the only thing you want to avoid is waiting until the end of the night when your child is tired and trying to start it then.
Okay, that makes total sense. Yeah, you don't want to have that moment where you're like, oh no, I forgot to check the folder.
Right.
Speaking from experience, hi. So luckily she's still just like coloring and stuff, but great advice there. And then what about a dedicated space in your home? Would you recommend that?
Yes, absolutely. You want to have a space that's comfortable, that's well lit, but also quiet, free from distractions like a TV or other devices. Even siblings can be a distraction. So whether your child wants to set up at a kitchen counter, maybe a desk in their bedroom, again, it's personal preference, what's going to work best. If your child has to do homework on a computer, you probably want to save that for last and think about where you're setting up the computer. A central location is better than a child's bedroom.
Sure, so you can kind of monitor as well, see what's going on. And then this final one, I think this is probably the one that parents may struggle with the most because you don't know how much to get involved, but you don't want to do too little. So when it comes to, you know, being available for them, what's your recommendation?
Yeah, younger kids are probably going to need more support than the older kids. But so you want to be available just to help them with the basics, understanding the directions, getting organized, preparing for tests. These are things that young kids really haven't had a chance to do before. So you can support them that way. If your child has a question, refrain from just giving them the answer, try and encourage them to problem solve. But pay attention, you know, if your child really seems to be struggling with something, maybe it's a particular subject or a certain skill, you need to pay attention to that, maybe reach out to their teacher and find out if there's something you could be doing differently.
Absolutely, some great advice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for being in-house with us today. We appreciate this.
Thank you so much.
Always great advice here from the Parenting Center, and they're getting ready for 3 upcoming classes you might want to know about. Growing Up for Boys is August 27th at 6:30, a class all about raising emotionally intelligent children. September 10th at 6 o'clock, and they also have a virtual course that will be September 12th on dealing with challenging behavior. The Parenting Center is located inside the Children's Hospital at 200 Henry Clay Avenue.